Chlamydia.
Boda catchphrase. It's herpes.
AIDS.
There's like 5.7 million people in the world that disagree with that statement. Awkward.
We're gonna get canceled. We're not even started.
Yay, Denmark.
Denmark.
Uh-huh.
Fuck Denmark and their copyright laws.
Yeah, dude. Super strict.
Fucking idiots.
I know.
All right, Chris. So
is it Denmark that caused us the copyright issues?
Yeah. No, not the drunk and disorderly ones.
No, it was literally just the lost episode of Boda. The famous lost episode.
It's out there.
No, I understand that, but like it's the famous lost episode.
Well, it's not lost if we have it.
I have it.
Yeah, Chris also has it. Zach, fucking get it together.
Fuck your chicken strips.
All right, Chris, what do we want to do with this? You want me to take NFC, you AFC, me AFC, you NFC?
Doesn't matter. However,
NFL, you NFL?
Are we
however, what do you prefer, AFC or NFC?
Should we talk to Drew and
Maybe
ask
NFC.
if he wants to put his 2 cents in before, or should we let him do a rage cage on Friday?
I think we should let him do a rage cage.
Let him do a rage cage.
Do a rage.
Yeah. Let's prod the fuck out of Drew and make him do a rage cage.
Mm-hmm. Rage cage.
I like that.
Oh,
Again, the opening stat for anyone that cares is that Brady has been to the same amount of Super Bowls from the NFC as both Breeze and Rodgers.
With one.
Correct.
The amount of let's really talk about the amount of emotions that Drew went through over at my house, because it was frightening, to be honest.
Tell me someone
At one point he wanted to kill me. Then he was all, the Bucks suck, go Packers. And then all of a sudden he started crying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let's not forget he was about to kill himself. Like, he was
at the end of the game, he was close to like last year James Brown's levels.
Yeah, last year's James Brown's levels will never be matched, ever.
One of my favorite pictures of all time.
It's a great picture.
Yeah,
great picture.
It's brutal.
Obliterated, drunk in a chair with underwear and a Baker jersey. Because that's how I want to do it. That's how I want to go into the grave, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Bodacast. Hope you enjoy your eardrums bleeding after that. I am gassed up right now. Chris, Zach, how we doing?
It's garbage time.
Shit, did I say Bodacast?
Garbage time.
God.
With Boda Sports.
All right, Chris, redo the opening. You're up.
All right. Jesus. Fucking Christ.
All right. I hope your ears feel okay, because I am hyped right now. Welcome to Garbage Time with Boda Sports.
It's called Bodacast, Chris.
Welcome to the Bodacast with Garbage Time with Boda Sports on the Bodacast.
I'm pretty sure it's called The Garbage Show, Chris.
There is mostly garbage on our show.
It's called Denmark by Denmark. So
it's called. How many times can we get sued by Denmark? Copyright. I bless the rains down in Denmark.
All right. Well, I am here with
There
James.
goes $20.
I am here with Zach, and we are coming fresh off a NFL Conference Championship weekend.
Yeah,
boys,
we're rounding down. It's getting sad.
It is. It is.
My
I'm
poor little
surprised
heart.
that the NFL made it this far, to be honest, because I think at the beginning of the season we did not see the playoffs happening.
Yeah, no, let's give a nice round of applause to the NFL. They somehow made it happen by making teams play without positions.
Right.
Only certain teams. Remember that some games
Right.
were postponed for those players.
Yeah.
But here we are. And two final teams, one from the AFC, one from the NFC, make it all the way till not this weekend, but next weekend to play for the Lombardi Trophy.
No, Chris, because if you thought the fucking Pro Bowl wasn't bad enough, they decided to do a Madden Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think anyone, that's probably going to be the lowest views ever. And it's also hosted by Disney XD, I believe. Which, to be honest, Disney XD, I don't think I've seen since I was 6. So
Disney.
I thought Disney XD was long gone, but
I didn't know.
Yeah,
it was
I'm not gonna. First of all, this is what I have to do now because my mic won't stick to any surface, so I'm physically holding it. Second of all, I agree. I didn't realize Disney XD was still around. The last time I watched Disney XD was that
Kim Possible.
No, not Kim. Even before Kim Possible, it was that animated Barbarian show. Forget what it was called. I can see James's face. He knows what I'm talking about, but he forgets the name.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Really? You've never seen that?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Is
Hungarian Barbarian.
What? No, it was like
I love how we're already not talking about sports. Dave the Barbarian.
Dave the
What's the
Barbarian.
name of your fucking cat, Zach?
Okay,
So Zach knows about
But I
Disney
didn't
XD
name
because
my
he named
cat
his cat
after the
after it.
no, I
He
named
named his cat after the Barbarian. Don't listen to him.
I named my cat after Dave Grohl. So
Is that the guy who shot himself in Nirvana?
Is your cat name's actually Dave Growlin?
oh, mosquito, my mosquito.
Mosquito!
All of Seattle wants to kill us.
Zach's in denial.
In 5 minutes, we've alienated Denmark and the entire city of Seattle.
Oh,
Can
Jesus.
we burn? What else can we go?
That's what we
We talk
tried
about
to
the
do.
NFC.
Great.
Who, me?
Me, I don't know.
No, just go.
We're
Go.
just talking
All
about
right.
football.
So Sunday we had Packers at Bills. I'm sorry. Woo.
Confirmed.
Packers.
Awkward Super Bowl prediction.
I know, right?
Woo!
Bucks at Packers at 3:05. James, take it away.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna take it. I was gonna do AFC. Okay. I talked about this a bit already, but it's kind of the inevitable. Tom Brady in the playoffs. Which, to be fair, he wasn't actually great, but just something about Tom Brady's aura in the playoffs pushes him to fucking the Super Bowl every goddamn time. The fact that the stat keeps floating around every time this year that Tom Brady is more likely to make a Super Bowl than Steph Curry is to make a 3 just hurts my brain every time. But here we are. Tom Brady, he threw 3 pretty awful interceptions, if I'm going to be honest.
Not great. Well, one was
Not
tipped.
great.
One was
Two
tipped.
of them
One
were
was
tipped.
tipped.
One was tipped.
One was tipped in a good position by Jair. Yeah.
I don't know. Someone.
Was it Amos or Jair?
Well, no. His receiver tipped it on the way over.
No, what I'm saying, the person who got the interception there.
Oh yeah, it was Jair.
Yeah. That was just enough to beat Drew.
Sure as hell wasn't Kevin King. I'll tell you that.
Oh, dude, that's all right. So arguably the 3 biggest points here. Kevin King being awful in coverage.
Kevin King was awful in general. I mean, he physically let Leonard Fournette use his body as a fucking I don't even know, bridge, I guess you could call it.
It did look like a bridge. It kept him from touching the ground, so it worked. And then in coverage, I mean, you can't really fault him on the overthrow. I think even if he was timed or under jump, whatever, even if he had jumped at the right time, I still think that ball was just a beautiful little lob into Evans' hands. So I think that was a lost cause. But the fucking blown coverage, and I don't know if it was on the Godwin catch, the bobble, but he was on the Scotty Miller touchdown at the end of the half, right?
Yes, that was he was in coverage for Scotty Miller.
Just atrocious.
Not great.
It's unbelievable, especially for having a secondary that's been as talented as the Packers secondary has been with Savage and Jair, especially leading that. But focus away from that. Chris Godwin gets 110 yards on 5 receptions. Mike Evans, whatever. He existed. Aaron Rodgers threw for 346 with 3 touchdowns. MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, still had a great day with 115 yards and a touchdown. But man, how do you look at the fucking score, look at who you're playing on the other side of the field, and decide to kick a field goal there?
I actually stand by that.
I
did
not.
So listen, I originally did not, and I saw someone posted it was a stat sheet of the success line for each if you were to go for that or kick the field goal and then potentially get the ball back. There was a 98% success rate if they were to connect with the field goal and get the ball back. So if their defense actually stepped up there and got that ball back, they could have won that game, and it wouldn't even been a question.
But
Now, the
this-
problem is they didn't step up.
So that's not the issue. It's not the defense not stepping up, because there were portions of that defense that played out of their minds. Jair Alexander, and I think the pass rush did pretty well. The issue with that is, first of all, Chris, get your fucking stats out of here. Gut check only, bitch. I'm kidding. I love you. It's Tom fucking Brady with 2 minutes left on the clock, and all he's got to do is run the clock out. Are you kidding me? Do you not understand situational football? Like, that was the most basic thing ever. Most basic thing ever. Anyone could have told Matt LaFleur, the other person that is going to take the ball from you is Tom Brady. You're not getting the ball back. It doesn't matter if you have the best defense in the league. You're
arguably, if not the most clutch quarterback in the NFL.
He's the most clutch player in NFL history. Period.
Yeah, I
Not
still
true. His name's not Blaine Gabbert.
I don't know. When
Oh,
I
yeah.
look back at it, like, should the Packers have gone for it?
Really
Yes,
clutch for
but
the
was the
TSA.
take to go for a field goal the worst call in the world? I don't think at the
Mhm.
time it was.
Oh,
No,
God.
no. The worst call in the world will still go to 2nd and 1 on the goal line. That will forever be the worst call ever.
I mean,
If we're talking about this game, though,
you get the points. I understand that. You don't give the ball back to Brady, because then he just
can't.
But would they have gotten the points? They still put points up on the
Yes!
board.
I don't think it matters. You got to gamble on that. They were already running hot that drive. They sputtered towards the end, but I think they were due for a
But then
strike.
even if they scored the touchdown, they were still down 8. So
Right,
they would have
would have
had to
had to get-
capitalize on the 2-point as well.
right. But if Alan Lazard had caught the earlier 2-point, they would have been fine, and they actually would have won that game if they had scored.
Yeah, but we're talking at this moment.
There's a lot of
there were a
what if-
lot
understand
of
that, but
drop
there's a lot of-
catches from
there's a lot
both
of-
sides of the ball. A lot of fucking drop catches.
I don't know what to do with this thing. It literally will not stick to any surface.
Why don't you just use the computer, Mike, Zach?
Why don't you do it to the bottom of your laptop?
I'm using my desktop.
Put it in your butt.
Oh,
It doesn't
Nice.
clamp. I have hemorrhoids.
I have hemorrhoids.
then you can pop some of them.
We'll get you a dartboard. You can try to hit it. I think the most interesting thing about this, and I mean, there's so many things on the Packer side you can look at between the coverage, Aaron Rodgers not scrambling out there, which was a whole mind-blowing scenario because that seemed like it was perfect Aaron Rodgers territory to slide and get in. But actually, I think that wasn't even in goal. I think he could have gotten another set of drives out of that, right?
Oh, it was gold.
It was goal? Okay. Well, fuck me then.
So here's my question to you. All right, before you
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I didn't have a question. Go ahead, Zach. Fuck me.
ask your fucking question, because I was gonna ask a question that would have probably gave Chris a fucking 5-year erection. First of all, that's fine. Whatever.
All right, well, mine's more.
I can't even hear you, Zach. So
Yeah, Zach, you sound distant as shit. He's talking
Is
about
it better?
giving you erections and shit.
That's better.
Yeah.
So go ahead, ask your question, and then we'll get Chris off.
Do you look back at free agency and the draft and say, yes, right now you say, yes, they would have been in a better position, I guess, to do anything. But did they make the mistake not drafting a wide receiver? Because they still made do with who they had, which is kind of the issue they had last year. But a couple drops, a couple questionable calls by the ref, I don't think a different receiver would have changed that, especially at their position. No, because they were enough they could have gotten JJ. Sorry.
JJ won. I mean, they would have had that first
No.
round. Instead, they picked a quarterback that didn't even get used this year. And now the Packers are like, oh, no, Aaron Rodgers is still our guy. So what was the point of drafting in the first round?
Point. Yeah. I
They
don't
could
know.
have got
Zach,
someone, though. Someone. And, I mean, the Packers made it this far, so you do have to give that to them. But as you said, MVS had a number of major drops this year. Me and Drew were talking about it, watching the game. The fact that this guy can catch it on this crazy slant route through the middle with three triple coverage, and then he's wide open 10 yards down, and he drops it right at his
Is
feet.
that 9 coverage, Chris? If I'm keeping
9 players covering
3
him.
triple
Yep.
coverage.
3 triple coverage, 9 players covering him at once.
I gotta say before I kick it to Zach on that, MVS really hasn't done bad the past. I know at least 2 games I can think back on, but he had over 100 yards each game. He's
Definitely
done his
stepped up
fair
in the
share.
playoffs.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing, though. He gets his yards on those big plays. I mean, he led the league this year in yards per catch,
in letters and a name.
and also letters in a name. Yes.
All right, Zach, what was either you can answer that, the wide receiver question, or you can kick to your question. I'm going to give you the fucking choice.
Can I do both?
No.
Yes. Maybe. You
No.
decide.
So I'm gonna answer and also transition. So no, nothing they would have done would have changed this outcome unless they had signed another corner or had bolstered their defense. My question, Chris, and I'm sure this is what's gonna get you rock hard, sir. Which play was worse? Super Bowl 50 Cam Newton not going for the loose ball, or Aaron Rodgers last game not going for the end zone?
Cam Newton.
Yeah, 100% Cam Newton.
I know.
That's literally, I honestly, I think Rodgers saw that opportunity, but I think that I'm not in his position. I did not see the field from where he was, and I'm not looking at those defenders running at me. So I don't know what was going through Rodgers' mind, and did he make the wrong choice? Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know if you can say yes. He could have got drilled 3 yards if he ran
You
outright.
You can say yes because they lost the game.
I stick by Rodgers. I know I make fun of Rodgers all the time just to mess with Drew, but Rodgers is a goddamn good Q quarterback. And
Drew's not gonna be very happy that
I
you
think I'm
called
having
him
a
a
seizure. Hold
quarterback.
on. Just starting to stutter.
He's a
Just
goddamn
stutter.
good quarterback.
Maybe take a breath before we get back into that.
Anyways,
Bottle flip. Jesus.
Aaron Rodgers is a goddamn good quarterback.
Damn good.
Goddamn good.
I mean,
So-
I give him more credit than being a good quarterback.
Yeah,
Matt
exactly.
Stafford is a good quarterback.
He's in all-time status already. I mean, so
He is, and I agree. This is some joke, isn't it?
I'm not gonna lie though. I think after this game, we can safely say Aaron Rodgers is not a playoff quarterback.
Ooh, spicy.
1-4 all time in NFC Championship games. 0-1 at home.
Would you say that, or are the Packers just not a playoff team?
I think if you really look at it, the past 2 years, you could give it to Aaron on both those occasions.
Well, the 49ers game specifically was kind of both. I mean, the Packers defense was trash last year. I think it's a combination of both, but I mean, the record speaks for itself. I mean, he's not a playoff quarterback. I don't know. He just doesn't like big time games, I guess. You will take your big time game and give to Tom Brady.
Anyways, yeah, let's talk about Tom Brady, huh?
Why'd you decide to go racist Asian there?
I didn't go racist Asian.
All right, well, now I'm racist. There we go.
Subpar, subtle, like undertone.
Let's talk about some Thomas
Please,
Edward
for the love
Brady.
of God, talk about Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Now, granted, he had 3 interceptions, and he didn't have the game of his career, but as James said, the aura that this man, oh my God.
The aura. What
The-
are we like looking at his chakras?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the attitude that he brings onto the field, the mood he sets for your team is just ridiculous, and it shows why he is the system. He literally walked to the Bucs this year and said, "Hey, you guys want to go to a Super Bowl?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "All right, watch and fucking learn." And now look at them. They're at the fucking Super Bowl. Now, I mean, just him on the field is just ridiculous, but also the fact you can say the refs played into this game, you can say this and that. There were some horrible calls. Me and Drew were arguing about it, and I agree with Drew. There were some terrible calls. But the thing with playoff refs is they go both ways. You either call everything or you
Like-
call nothing.
They
You
really-
cannot call this and then not call that.
So they don't like boys and girls?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's the thing. They didn't go both ways. I mean, and the NFC is like Drew
Fucking
said,
screwed.
and I understand. I feel bad for the kid, but he has a point. The NFC the past like 5 years have been decided by the refs. I mean, it's not even funny. Like Drew, like Drew Brees got screwed out of a Super Bowl appearance.
It's definitely not as blatant as that, but yes.
No. It's not. It's not.
But you're right.
But the fact that we had a rule come out of that, no one was able to utilize it because they wouldn't overturn anything, and then it just got thrown away anyways.
Yeah.
It's just proof that the NFL doesn't care and they don't want to change their ways.
Well, I mean, we saw this year that the NFL's just their ways and money. That all the NFL cares about is views and money.
Whatever makes them the most money, which is bizarre because wouldn't you think Drew Brees against Tom Brady would make them more money than Drew Brees against fucking Sean McVay and Jared Goff? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think they don't play into everything. I definitely think there's a motive behind everything. I think when certain things arise and you can't fix them, you're kind of at the point where you're like, fuck, we can't fix that. It's too late, too far gone.
This is the point of the show, folks, where I'm just going to disappear and let Zach and Chris talk about the Patriots for 20 minutes.
There's no Patriots talk other than Tom Brady being a fucking god. And he's not even on the Pats anymore. But
tell me your thoughts on Cam Newton. I feel like we haven't talked about that enough, guys.
This is about the conference championship.
Chris's blood pressure just went up like 90%.
Probably. I don't even want to take it. Cam Newton's a fucking joke. Get off the Pats. Please do not.
Oh, we're not actually doing Cam Newton talk. Fuck you.
Do I respect him for being on the Pats for a year and trying it out? Yes. Do I think that he is anywhere close to being a Patriots quarterback? No. Now, back to the conference championship. Bucs defense had two major hits and still played phenomenal. And I even picked Rodgers off, which is impossible to come by.
Okay, yeah. They picked Rodgers off because of a fucking blatant hold. Blatant.
Do you really want to talk about refs? If you watch that game again, there was a penalty on every single play from both teams. And we can pick them out. If you're an NFL playoff ref,
even start. Game-changing plays like an interception, if there's a blatant penalty and there's a ref within 5 yards of the fucking play, you call that.
The amount of holds on both offensive lines were ridiculous.
You want to talk about fucking penalties. The hold against Green Bay that killed any chance of them coming back. The back judge was literally 30 yards away, and he called that one. But a ref that's 5 yards away and watches someone armbar someone and then pick a quarterback off, knowing that it's a hold, doesn't throw the flag. You don't think that's a little fucking weird? Don't you? Don't you think it's a little weird? Because I think it's a little weird.
You really think that the refs are just paid off?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that they're fucking terrible.
I agree that they're terrible, and it's either everything or nothing. In this game, it was neither of those. And the fact of the matter is, though, every single play there is a penalty. So you need to take what you can get. And it's ridiculous that it's that way. But if you do look at that last hold by Green Bay, if you're pulling someone's shirt 3 feet back, how do you not call that? And I agree with the arm hold, too. That should have been called. But the fact of the matter is it wasn't. So are you going to dwell on that as a Packers fan for the next year and a half?
Probably. Saints fans are still doing it.
I don't know. I'm not a Packers fan, so I have no idea.
I know. The fact of the matter, it sucks. It blows. NFL playoff refs are the worst of the worst.
They are really bad.
It gets really, really bad.
Would you rather have NFL playoff refs or the 2013 lockout refs? I mean, like you choose. Like I honestly would take intertouchdownception over this bullshit. At least they were trying. You know what I mean? At least they were like, I really don't know, but we're just gonna call it whatever. Like, at least they were like, we're not really that good. We know we're not that good, and we're gonna try anyways, and hopefully you guys like it. And then that should happen, but whatever. No.
James is also here.
Yes, we know, and James can interject at any point he cares.
At what fucking point?
I don't know, maybe the point where we were just silent for 3 seconds, and then you're just like, oh, by the way, I'm here.
Yeah,
Michael
this is my
James,
interjection, Zach. This is
Nick
my
Chubb had
fucking
3 more.
interjection.
Nick Chubb had 3 more yards than Kareem Hunt, but he's more elite. Ooh.
I mean, that's don't. Okay,
What?
don't.
What? What?
No, we're not getting into that debate. Nick Chubb's way more elite than Kareem Hunt. Chris, go to the fucking next game. Do what you do.
All right, so
Really? You
to
wanna go
finish
there?
up
Let's
this
go there.
game,
Let's go there. No, fuck that.
obviously,
Fuck that.
Fuck you.
Fuck that.
Zach, you shut your
Kareem
mouth.
Hunt
Are you hosting this? Are you hosting this?
Nick Chubb.
Are you hosting
Guess
this?
what?
Are
Guess
you
who had
hosting
more
this?
all-purpose
Are
yards?
you
Kareem
hosting
Hunt,
this?
bitch.
I got you, Chris. I muted him.
You're an idiot.
I have the power of Zoom. Zach, can you unmute? Zach, can you unmute? Zach, can you unmute? Zach, can you unmute? Hey, Zach, can you unmute? Zach, can you unmute? Zach, can you unmute?
Okay. Anyways, Bucks win that game 31-26 and move on to the Super Bowl. For the first time ever, the Bucks will be the home team in the Super Bowl as the Super Bowl takes place in Tampa Bay.
And as in Bucks tradition, they go to the Super Bowl and attempt to win a trophy for a team they didn't fucking build. Way to go, Bruce. You did it.
Okay. All right, moving on to the
I have a lot
AFC.
of weird resentment for Tampa Bay.
No, you just have a lot of resentment for Bruce Arians. That's what it is.
I really don't like his goatee. It's so dumb looking.
Is it really? Why you don't like him? It's just a
I
goat.
hate it, dude. It looks like a fucking Brazilian. Like, it looks like pubes.
It does kind of look like Brazilian. That's true.
Just like the perfect stripe on his chin.
All right,
Bills
we're
Chiefs.
moving on. We are moving on.
Can you talk about the Bills Chiefs? Jesus Christ.
Wow, rude. All right, moving on. Bills at Chiefs. Chiefs win 38-24. Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. He never should have been in that game. The NFL is a joke. That's all I have to say. And I am leaving.
All right. Oh, wow. I was like, wow, that's a big dick move. Dude, I mean, like I said this earlier in the live, like it's inevitable. It's Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. You could try to pick these paths and fucking put Josh Allen or Lamar or Baker or Ryan Tannehill or why can't I think of any NFC? Aaron Rodgers into the fucking I almost said Stanley Cup into the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, the past 3 years has been Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes in some way, shape, or form. And here we are again, potentially at the end of the road, the perfect transition for Tom Brady to ride to the fucking sunset.
Yeah, like this,
One
like
more
you, like I didn't want to think about this because this is like a Patriots nightmare as a fan because like I didn't want Tom Brady to leave, but I thought it was time for him to go, only to find out that he was just gonna throw like another 50 touchdowns and have a 5,000-yard season with Tampa Bay because fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
let's talk about the fact that he
specifically, like,
just
yeah,
literally
yeah.
picks up and leaves
He
and
didn't
still
win
ends
that.
up in the
Let's
Super
just
Bowl.
fucking talk about fuck you. Here's a touchdown on your ass.
Hey, are we talking about the Bucks right now?
I don't know. You didn't let me finish my monologue, so I don't fucking know what we're
We had
talking.
to mute you because you were ranting.
There's a lot of sodium in this episode right now, and I love it.
Actually, pick potassium, magnesium, especially because I'm keeping up on my keto.
Ooh, potassium, magnesium. Oh.
Yeah, Megan, I'm keeping up on it. I can see you in the background. What's up?
Can you?
So,
Yeah, I literally watched her go by your
Gotta
shoulder.
get her back in her cage. Where's my whip?
I just hope you know. I hope you know the people out there that there's a physical whip that's gonna come and crack across James's face in 5 seconds for that comment.
It's just gonna be a very large, blunt object very soon.
It's her dick. Her fucking giant.
Megan just cock smacks me right in the nose. That's a lot of nose to hit, Megan. Good luck.
Sam just hit herself on me. Doesn't want to be seen on camera.
So, I mean, the other side to talk about this is what's up with the collapse of fucking Josh Allen?
I mean, that collapse is an understatement. That man couldn't even throw.
I
Again,
mean, he could. He got 287 and 2, but he didn't look like the Josh Allen we saw all year. Zach,
That's
Okay.
what I mean.
he didn't look like the Josh Allen we saw all year because of how tight the Chiefs were playing man coverage. I mean, he didn't have anywhere to throw the ball. The Chiefs were all over Stephon Diggs. They were all over. I mean, Cole Beasley was playing on a fractured fib.
mind blowing that dude's out there balling on a
Fibula.
freaking
Broken.
fib.
That's it. That's all I have to say. His leg was broken, and he still had 10 receptions and 100 yards or whatever the fuck it was.
7 receptions and 88, Zach.
Yes. All right. Cool. So I was real close. 12 yards off. But anyways,
But I don't know. This game just I didn't like watching this game from the start. I think that this game was just like you knew the Chiefs were going to win. The Chiefs were everyone's favorite, and it was like, yeah, the Bills just get shut out. The Chiefs win. It's that like the Packers Bucks game I thought was intense, and this was granted. At least for me, I was mad that Mahomes was in the game too. I'm mad at the NFL that they're catering to a single player. I'm mad that they're saying we talked about this all last week. The fact that we've seen you with the concussion, James, and you had a fog for like 2 weeks straight. There was one point I think where you weren't even driving when you had a concussion.
I've never been the same since. I've seen
Never
some
been
shit.
the same since. But the point being is Mahomes should not have been in that game. So what is the NFL still caters around him? He goes and plays, and I don't think he got hit really like sacked once.
Well, no, Chris. What are you talking about? He had a pinched nerve. He didn't have a concussion.
Yeah. It wasn't a concussion. He just passed out when he got on his
It
feet.
was a pinched nerve.
But anything else to talk about this game? I mean, really, the Chiefs, obviously, Tyreek Hill, 172 yards for 9 receptions. He's just
Is
impossible.
Tyreek
to
Hill
fucking
still the
stop.
most underappreciated wide receiver one in the league?
yes.
Yeah, he's the fastest in the
I
game.
mean, like, you look at Devontae, you look at A-Rob, and you look at Tyreek Hill. Those are probably my big three of underappreciated. Even then, Devontae might be out of it. People know Devontae is great.
Right. But
People
like,
know Tyreek's
no, no,
Hill. Tyreek's
people know,
great too.
people know Devontae's great, but like they still put dirt on his name. Like they still do it to this day. Because you
They do it for all of them. They do it for all three.
No, I know that. I know, but like A-Rob has consistently had 1,000-yard seasons with Mitchell Trubisky, Mike Glennon. Keep going, like fucking Blake Bortles, for fuck's sake. So, I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. And Tyreek Hill still, like, we get it. He has Patrick Mahomes throwing on the ball, but let's not forget he had Alex Smith throwing on the ball at one point. Still had 1,000-yard season. Still was doing his thing. So I mean, yeah, I think I think people need to put more respect on his name. I agree.
I mean, 9 for 172, averaging 19.1.
I mean, but the thing is like when you watch him play, he's the physical reason why he averages so many fucking yards a catch.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's running down the field and Mahomes is bombing it down. He's catching like 5-yard slants and just burning everyone.
Right, because of his side-to-side agility. He's so
Right,
quick to
he's
just get
so
out of
fast.
stuff and find
He's
gaps.
so fast.
But to be fair, he can also do the burner move and just
No, he
get
can.
past
He
them.
can. He has the speed to do that, obviously. But I mean, like
But
that's the thing. He's not a one-trick pony. Like he is
No.
very fast, but he's very fast running sideline routes. He's very fast running, just quick slants, or he's very fast just running a fucking, fade. Like he can do anything. And not to mention, he's probably got the quickest release in the NFL. Like to pair with his speed, his release time is fucking ridiculous.
You just give that man the ball and he's gone.
Yeah.
It's
And not to mention you
there's
have-
nothing.
If Tyreek's locked down, just do end arounds to Mecole the entire time. He'll just fucking run the ball down the field down your throat every time. I mean, like it just they're too fast. They're too fast. They have too many weapons for a lot of teams to handle. I mean, it was obvious with the Bills, and all of their weapons were playing. But obviously, besides the first stumble by Mecole on the special teams, but I mean, on offense, he was really good. But I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. Like it just
It was a blowout game. I didn't think that game was interesting at all. We
No.
kind of just knew the Chiefs were going to take it. So I feel
yeah. I mean, after those 2 touchdowns, the Chiefs came back, and once the Bills were down, I was like, all right, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were at my house and
Yeah.
social distancing, of course. And we literally they left at 9. It wasn't even worth it to watch the end of the game. We knew what was going to happen. We were falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah, we're like, all right, cool, it's great. See ya. Like, fuck this thing. This sucks.
I want to point out something.
Yeah.
I was about to say. So I'm looking up Tyreek Hill's draft profile right now, right, from 2016.
Mhm.
They say he will need time and training, though, as his field vision and route running are pretty raw. Basically, if you want to get down to the true of it, what they're saying is that he was just a burner. And Tyreek Hill, this is why you don't always take NFL draft whatevers into consideration, and you look at the common man, draft diamonds, because I mean, obviously he's been able to evolve his game. I don't know if that came in the NFL or whatever. He went to fucking West Alabama. It's not like he got much play there. Or I'm sure he got much play, but not like he got much great NFL talent coaching. So here we are. Tyreek Hill, top wide receiver.
He's just Tyreek Hill, something else. And obviously, I think we're gonna talk about that next week. The strengths and flaws, what the Bucs need to do for the Super Bowl, and what the Chiefs need to do for the Super Bowl. When we talk about that next week, we'll really dive in deep. But containing Tyreek Hill is going to be the Bucs' priority, by far their priority.
All right. Well, since we're not going to talk about the Super Bowl this episode because we should wait for the next episode.
Is that what we want to do? I mean, I figured we'd dive in everything next week. Really get down in the deep end.
I think we just hold on to that. Let's talk about who's the better Pro Bowl team. I'll give it to NFC. I don't know. I feel like they play more Madden. Unless they got Juju. Don't know.
Juju in the Pro Bowl?
Probably not. Good point.
TikTok boy. Please be careful.
They elected him to the Pro Bowl just so we could play TikTok.
I really don't know because I don't
I
know
just-
how they play Madden. I have no clue. So it's a physical.
I
toss.
can't imagine that's even fun.
That was the oldest thing I've ever fucking said in my life. Did you hear that?
No.
So they could play TikTok. Am I fucking 80 years old?
Yes.
Go play the TikTok, kids. I'll be here when you come back. But yeah, honestly, like the Pro Bowl doesn't even.
Pro Bowl's
There's been no talk about it. It's been canceled, obviously. Like, well, what is the point? I don't watch the Pro Bowl anyways because I don't like it. But this year is just like, ugh.
I like the mini events and stuff like that.
Mini events, yes.
Like, those are cool. Like the tic-tac-toe field goal stuff with the kickers and like the passing competitions, the dodgeball. I mean, like that stuff's pretty cool. Watching clips of it.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who fucking cares about the Pro Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
It really is dumb.
Like,
It's like there's nothing even to talk about. It's just guys that were voted to be some of the best, and then like it's not like the quarterbacks test their skills here and there. Some of the receivers do, but then it's like cool. We already knew you could do this stuff.
I have a proposal.
You're gonna propose
Instead of what they do for the Pro Bowl, they'll play the mini games and all that kind of stuff. Then what they do is they break into teams and make flag football teams and play 7-on-7 contact flag football
Oh yeah.
in attorney style. That would be fucking way better than just a Pro Bowl. Not
If
gonna
you think you can get players that just played a full season to play full contact, you're out of your mind. These guys are gonna be like, nah.
lie. Have you watched the Pro Bowl? Because sometimes they go pretty hard.
It's like a quarter contact, and what they'll do is they touch you with one hand and they jump to the ground.
Right. That's why if they play flag football, there's no contact. There's just like the blocking specifically.
I say what we do is full contact football, no pads, no helmets.
So rugby.
tampons?
Literally rugby. We make the Pro Bowl players play full on rugby.
I can guarantee you every hospital in the country that studies CTE would unanimously ban watching any of the NFL if that happened.
Why? Rugby's still televised.
Yes, I understand. That doesn't change the fact that CTE is completely not okay.
We got to talk to Patrick Mahomes to learn more about that.
He doesn't have CT. He just has a bad concussion. All right. Well, take us out. End the show.
All right. Well, very quick show for us tonight. But a quick recap of what happened this weekend. So we will bring it back. We got a Boda show coming up this week. Next week, we'll talk about the Super Bowl. We have Chiefs at Bucks. Technically, it's Bucks at Chiefs, but it's in Tampa Bay, so it's Chiefs at Bucks. But anyways, that will be garbage time tonight from us, your favorite Boda boys. With me is James and Zach, as always. We're missing Drew again, but we will catch him on Thursday or Friday when we do the Boda show.
We just completely breezed past the fact that we didn't have Drew here and that I just said the name wrong at the beginning. That was how the show started.
Yeah,
And that's not his
Good show.
acting. That was me just completely ignoring Drew. And then you're like, hey, wait a minute. You said the name wrong. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh shit. Anyways, as always, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and check us out on YouTube. Check us out listen to our podcast anywhere you can find podcasts. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, the podcast app. I don't know what else. Everything.
The podcast app.
Just look up a podcast app. I'm sure there's one.
The only one that exists.
No gods, no man, only the podcast app.
If you're James, you can play us on TikTok.
No.
Play it on TikTok.
We do not have a TikTok. Sorry.
No. Also.
Anyways,
Twitch though. Over Twitch.
for me, Chris, for James, for Zach, as always, stay Yabo.
For Drew. Miss you, babies.
For Drew,
Sorry.
miss you.
Sorry, put your back.
I'm Drew.
I'm Drew. I guess we go.
Aaron Rodgers is flat.
That doesn't sound like Drew, Chris.
Sorry.
Come on.
The refs decided the NFC Championship game again. That
Like how
better?
Drew's going through puberty in all of our imitations of him.
Yeah, I know. Even though he's got a deeper voice than all of us, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Except when he's screaming.
Stay beautiful.
Yeah. They suck.
Stay Yabo.
Did it. Already
Fucking
did it.
damn
You're a
it.
Dick.
Already had it